These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him, as though they had really missed being away from him during the day and are anxious to talk to him.
See you at dinner. I'm going to emotionally ignore you.
I'm going to go drink and ignore your accomplishments, son. Have a nice day.
Notice how Mother seems to become angry herself because of Jeff's anger. Perhaps she shouldn't.
Get your mom a pack of cigarettes. Now make sure they're light, because she's pregnant.
I'm going to go smoke some pipe tobacco, and when I come back out here, I'm going to punch you over a slight misunderstanding.
They knew there'd be unpleasant consequences from society.
And now there's not. So now we're fucked, and now everything's falling apart. Yay!
Nothing bad's going to happen if we do this. 9/11 has entered the chat. And the problem is that then the boomers let you overcorrect so far the other way, you know, where it's like, yeah, I don't care, cut your dick off.
And you're like, whoa!
Hey, hold on.
The women of this family seem to feel that they owe it to the men of the family to look relaxed, rested, and attractive at dinner time. Doesn't that sound exciting to you?
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersch and Royce Lopez.
I like it. It's like you're using the remote to turn the show on.
Hold on. Okay, go.
There we go, guys. Hello, welcome to you, the fans we like, patrons.
Maybe they give us money.
Velvet Rope style, ROTC, and sadly enough, I think we're out of the specials.
We are.
This is a sad day.
We are we're out of the specials. Unfortunately, the good news is that we do have something to replace it. Which, look, from what we've seen, it may be even on par. It's a spinoff. I think of it. This is like the Frasier of the specials. One of the characters gets his own show.
I think we agreed already that Cheers is a prequel to Frasier, not the other way around.
Yeah, I agree. In the Frasier-verse, obviously that makes sense.
Frasier-verse, exactly.
Right. I can't wait to see the Frasier-verse of madness. It's going to be great. I'm super excited for it. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be phase 12 of Marvel.
I want to see the Frasier Ragnarok.
Oh, that one's going to be really good. I like to watch Frasier Infinity Wars. That's when Niles and them all have to get different gems.
And then there's Frasier Civil War, where they bring back Cliff and Norm.
That was nuts. That, by the way,
and they have a big giant war showdown.
I was Team Frasier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I was there with tossed salad and scrambled eggs. If I'm being honest,
Frasier has to stop Niles from killing Cliff when he finds out that Cliff killed their dad.
Oh my God, that'll be so good.
I fucking hate this bit.
In Vietnam, he killed him in Vietnam. Why? You don't like truth and storytelling? You don't like truth and storytelling. All of a sudden, you think you're too good.
You don't like organic characters that are totally ripped off?
Yeah. Excuse me, then. You know what, Virgie? You're going to hate this. Fetal alcohol. What if her mom didn't drink?
What?
I don't know. It's a joke, but I thought it was funny.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, because I saw the Disney Plus, and I'm like, wait,
oh
what?
no! Look at the Photoshop. They fixed her face on the right.
You know who that is, right? That's the chick from that chess movie or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about Chess B?
Talking about Chess B? It's a fucking...
Well, I always play checkers, B.
Chess movie. I just typed the chess movie on Netflix, see if I get it. Queen's Gambit. It's a Queen's Gambit, is that it?
Wow, sounds cool.
It's terrible.
Wait, it's a movie about women playing chess?
A woman playing chess. It's about a woman who's so good at playing chess that she beats all the male competitors. Unfortunately, and this is true, it never actually happened in history, so they had to make the character up. This woman, you've seen her in a bunch of stuff. This is the woman we're talking about, and I will agree that, you know what, she's hot, but there is something wrong with her face. This one, you know this one, right? You've seen her in a bunch of shit.
I suppose.
Look at her face. What's wrong with her face?
I don't know. Maybe a little too much work?
No. That's how she's always looked.
Well, maybe she's just ugly then.
I don't think that's true.
She looks like a fucking Argonian, bro.
She really does.
So,
breathing
poison resistance must be through the roof.
I want.
She could do so much drugs.
She could breathe underwater.
I want to point out that because Virgie decided to sit on the toilet and read 4chan, this happened on Tucker. Let me show you the butterfly effect of life.
Costume is intended to emulate a genre of Japanese pornography that translates roughly as exploding milk porn.
That's your fault.
Good job, Virgie. You happy?
Now we're living in the
fucking
Virgie-verse.
ecstatic.
Yeah.
I could not be happier. Guys, I might be the main character.
Yeah.
Exploding milk porn.
And that would be fucking awful.
You know what I was thinking of listening to this is like, you know how many boomer parents and grandparents watch Tucker every night and they were just introduced casually into exploding milk porn because Virgie had a tummy ache?
If there's ever a mass suicide of boomers, it's going to be because of Tucker.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's going to show them something that none of them can handle anymore.
Exploding milk porn on Fox News. It doesn't get any better than that. You don't get a better planet than this, guys. I'm sorry. Look, a lot of shit sucks, but we get this. This is one of the best freeze frames I've ever seen.
Are we tracing all of this back to 9/11?
I mean, yeah. Wouldn't that be the flashpoint?
Like, we just got so fucking traumatized from that.
Yeah.
No, I trace it back to the founding of Israel, but neither here nor there.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, okay. They didn't really find Israel. They made it.
So we're tracing it back to World War II again.
Yeah, they were tracing over a map of Palestine. Oh, bro, I'm so excited to show you.
Israel, you mean that country that was founded by Adolf Hitler?
Oh, that's the guy, yeah. Adolf Hitler, Jewish.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He's got a plan for the homeless merchant. I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
Let's hear him out.
I want to pursue this thing about the cruise ships. Is that really a possibility that you might be able to do that?
We're looking at that. That was something that the previous administrations, Bloomberg administration, of my understanding, they looked at that during a surge. And so we're looking at that as a temporary measure.
What they're referring to is, let me help you out here.
They're putting homeless people on cruise ships?
Floats the idea of using cruise ships to house illegal aliens.
Oh. Cool. So they just get a cruise then.
That's just like, but a cruise ship filled with illegal aliens is just being on a cruise with no actual guests, just the staff. Like,
it's true.
It's true.
It's like when the airlines have like an airplane that's just full of employees going back.
Yeah. I mean,
they have a cruise ship that's just full of employees.
I'm just can you imagine them just fucking sitting around, starting fires on the Lido deck, and then all you hear is like, hold on. Hey, don't shit in the wave pool. Come on, guys. Your guest here. Guys, do the hairy chest contest.
Are they still going to staff the place? Like, are we going to have like a bad stand-up comic too?
I mean, look, that would be, but it has to be a Mexican comic. So it has to be like Carlo. No, he's not Mexican. I was going to say Carlos Mencia.
Hey, guys, we're going to be down in the fucking Banana Lounge later. And we're going to have Rich Voss.
Oh, my God. Rich Voss would perform on an illegal immigrant cruise ship.
Hey, a gig's a gig.
I think that is hilarious to me.
Rich Voss would probably take a C-note to work anywhere. Hey, I don't care. They're paying me $1,000.
Somebody, Base Department said there's another Down syndrome show where they have them run a hotel. Please send that to me. I'll take a look at it.
What if the city houses migrants on cruise ships to better handle the influx?
Today alone.
Hey, do the cruise ships have like a say in this?
7 more busloads of migrants arrived in Midtown.
We have.
Wait, let's look at this from the cruise ship standpoint just for a second, okay? Can I, if you don't mind? Because we live in Florida, so we kind of hear about the cruise ship industry a lot because all of them are based here.
So based here.
Oh, one of them super based. This one is, you're telling the cruise ships, by the way, the same people that you tried to run out of business because of COVID, and still to this day tell them you have to be vaccinated to go on there. Well, you don't have to do that, be on a plane or whatever.
So you're just commandeering their cruise ships?
So now what you're doing is what the British government used to do to privatize ships whenever they felt like they needed more ships, which was just take a ship. You're just taking cruise ships?
Yeah, I'm going to need you to go ahead and just give me your cruise ship.
All right, everyone to the back. Everyone Congo to your room.
Excuse me, is what is at the buffet today?
And they walk up to the buffet and like, excuse me, do you have anything vegan?
They told me today is prime rib.
Mm-hmm.
They do a prime rib today.
And they start complaining because they don't get an ice sculpture like the regular paying customers do.
Yeah, they're all pissed.
Yeah.
They said it would be a ice luge for my drinks.
Oh my God, hear me out. I just had an idea. DeSantis does the same thing. He says, you know what? Great idea. We're going to start housing illegals on cruise ships. Final destination of that cruise ship, Martha's Vineyard. Unload them.
Nice.
Unload them. Start taking them to the port towns. Pick them up. Fill up a cruise.
Could you imagine
hear me out.
after they had that issue with 50 migrants, all of a sudden one day they just hear 2,000. They just look out of the ocean. And you're like, oh no.
They could fit 2,000 to 3,000 on a cruise ship, just to have an idea how many people. And then
and we can
unload
get
that.
them there faster, no roads.
Dude, and in luxury, they'll have their own rooms. It'll be amazing. I actually really like this. And don't you have to use any there's a lot of these companies that have like old decommissioned cruise ships. Use one of those.
7 more busloads of migrants arrived in Midtown.
We have opened 23 emergency shelters.
It feels like a roundabout way to turn cruise ships into Venezuelan pirate fortresses, but, you know.
I don't hate that idea. That sounds like the next Far Cry, Virgie.
Venezuelan pirate fortress.
Doesn't that sound like a Far Cry? Where
Far
you have
Cry 7.
Far Cry 7, Venezuelan pirate fortress. That'd be amazing. Look, you wouldn't tell me that you wouldn't play a Far Cry where instead of on an island, it's just a bunch of different cruise ships that you jet ski to. Yeah, you would. You know you would.
Or it could be an Assassin's Creed game set today.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, yes, it would. That'd be great.
Mayor Adams told our Marsha Kramer the city will have to open up 38 more and then may even have to go offshore.
Sources say the mayor's chief of staff
Frozen, is that you?
already
So they're
spoke with leaders.
literally storing illegal Mexicans in the ocean.
The ocean.
No.
They are.
I mean, isn't that bad optics, Mayor? I mean,
there you go. Get on the boat, Beaner.
This went from we need to accept these people into our hearts and help take care of them to look, we're gonna have to stick them out in the ocean.
I got to tell you, this is like a reverse Mario boat lift. It
really is.
Merch, I said it to Royce before the show. This is a black mayor taking illegally trafficked humans and putting them on ships owned by Jewish people.
It's a slave trade. Look, we understand it's a slave trade. I understand that what you're saying is
can we trick this dumb mayor into making the boat go just out over international waters
Look,
so he commits a crime?
I'm not saying that DeSantis is going to do this, but Carnival just donated a ship to him called the USS Amistad, and I don't know what that means.
Manifest says it's heading to Liberia. That's weird.
The Norwegian Manifest?
Of Norwegian Cruise Line, and even
By the way, this
stayed
chick's
on
not
one of the
bad
companies.
looking. She's just a little too Asian.
Bro, if you would have
she's not bad
if
looking.
you would have turned the Asian slider down by like 2%, she would have been perfect.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Like the
Asian
yeah, you know,
slider
you
in
go
the create a character mode.
Oh, there it is, perfect.
Yeah.
Norwegian Cruise Line, and even stayed on one of the companies.
And ma'am, look, I'm not. It's nothing against you. We just don't like people that look too Chinesey.
Yeah.
Cruise ships in France
Do I look
last
like
month
Eric
for
Swalwell?
You fucking seriously? I don't have any secrets anyway.
research purposes.
But how many more can it hold?
How many? Is this a joke? How many Mexicans does it take to fill up a cruise ship?
Yeah. How many of these beaners can we squeeze on this boat?
The answer is how many employees do they need?
Same question in
Can't
cities
cruise
like
ships just hire them?
They can actually, bro. Almost every employee on a cruise ship is not an American citizen. They have their citizenship in another country, and since they don't live in the U.S., they don't have to be American citizens.
Martha's Vineyard and Washington, D.C. Recent transports to those areas openly spearheaded by Republican governors in Texas, Arizona, and Florida.
If you're going to support open borders, then you should have to deal with the consequences of open borders.
We're going to ask Texas, what do they think of migrants being bused to New York City and Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, let's find out. I'm actually curious.
I'm in New York to see if these immigrants are being welcomed with open arms. Let's go find out. Texas is busing migrants coming from across the border into New York here. So what's your opinion on that?
In a city like this that's already overpopulated, it may not be a good choice. So maybe like in a less populated area or state.
Oh, yeah, okay, so let's ruin a small town.
That's right. A small. Oh, you're right. So not us. We don't have the room. Get ready for this stupid take. By the way,
I love this. I love these little games they're playing now. With
Yeah.
well, there's not enough. Yeah, there's not enough room. So instead of sending them to a massive city where they'll just be a drop in the bucket, let's dump off millions of these people in a town of like 1,000 people.
Right, where they definitely don't have the resource. Well, we saw what happened. Look at Martha's Vineyard's a great example. They shipped them off within 48 hours after feeding them Fruit Loops and Pop-Tarts. I kid you not. And you want to know
Pop-Tarts, though?
I don't know. Probably the cheap ones. I can't imagine they were good ones.
You think they're the regular, like...
Yeah, no, they're not getting s'mores Pop-Tarts, bro. Get the fuck out of here. They're not getting those. Those are for Martha's Vineyard children, not for them.
It is also super crowded, so I don't know if it'd be the best.
It's super crowded. It's super crowded. Not really. You guys just lost 300,000 people.
Populated. Yeah.
So
it could
they
be
sent
an
the
issue.
Martha's
The state-
Vineyard immigrants to Boston, right?
Well, yeah, a base off near Boston, yes.
And the immigrants were Mexican?
Yes. Well,
so they sent them to Beantown?
They send them to Beanertown, but that's neither here nor there. What I want to know is what this woman that Mersh would have absolutely dated in his 20s has to say.
Probably.
Is already a populated state. Like, we have a bunch of people here. Like, it's already populated.
I did the arrogance.
It's already like too many people, bro. Like, I'm sorry, you just have to go back, I guess.
The arrogance of these fucking people.
You have to go back. Like, I'm sorry.
What do you think about
these, like Puerto Rican bitches with their accent going, I'm sorry, but like they gotta go back, bro. Like, dude.
Fucking bro.
It's like that would be like Cubans saying that about Cubans that get here.
Yeah,
Bro,
right.
like literally, like they should just go fix their own country, bro.
I unironically believe that.
the governor of Texas busing migrants to the city of New York and D.C. Now we're having these mayors start to complain and saying they're being overrun by the migrants. What's your thoughts on this whole situation?
Well, I think, the governor of Texas, finally, he's doing something good.
I love that it's a Mexican guy saying that. These are my favorite things about these videos, where you realize it's not really about the race, it's about the city they're in. Like, a Mexican Texan is going to be way more based, right, than any New Yorker.
Problem for a while now since Biden got here. These liberal people.
By the way, buddy, you know what you were doing? You picked a Mexican with a Bass Pro Shop hat. You knew exactly the guy you were talking to.
You knew what you were doing.
You knew. You didn't get the guy that was selling oranges on the side of the street. No.
New York.
You didn't get a guy that was in the parking lot of a Home Depot waiting for work. He was literally coming out of a Home Depot.
Yeah, exactly.
With stuff he's like with appliances putting into his own house.
Put it in the back of his new Tundra. You knew who you were talking to. Yeah.
You're like, I'll go talk to that guy. Hey, excuse me, sir. You speaky English? The guy's like, yes.
Yes? What?
They're finally getting to see what we're getting out here.
Man, we've been...
Bucky's hat! Bucky's hat! That's a fly Bucky's hat, too. I like
That's
it.
our boy right there. That's our one of our Bucky's boys.
Let's see.
He's part of the Bucky's crew.
Dealing with it for a while down here in Texas. You know, people down closer to the border as well. They've been dealing with it for a couple years now. You know, all these migrants flowing in and just telling all those people from the north, all the liberals in the north in New York, you, dude.
Remember, but you know it's funny? Remember we played the story of like, actually Mexicans are voting way more Republican now, Hispanic, and then you're like, oh yeah, really? And then you look at this and this guy's like, yeah, bro, like fuck those guys, dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck yourselves, bro.
I like this guy.
Fuck you, all right? This is what you get. Man, now you're getting to experience what we were getting to experience for the past year.
Now what New York is doing is they're saying like,
Oh boy, get ready for the most.
Get ready for some hot takes, boys.
Not only hot takes, but get ready for trying to be woke but being super racist by mistake, because that's what I'm feeling. That's what always happens. Okay, let's see.
okay, we're full, like, we know we can't handle this influx. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's like hypocritical of New York to do that?
I don't think it's necessarily hypocritical because it's not like they're saying, no, we don't want any immigrants, but the city is packed. They do have to protect the interests of the people who do live here already.
Oh, do they? Oh, do they? And so what you're saying is, no.
No, go ahead, explain.
Is that you're equating the act of keeping immigrants out of your city and stopping them from overloading your already overpopulated city and you're equating that to protecting your city. So to protect your city, what you're saying is you got to keep all these goddamn Mexicans out.
That's correct. That's what
Okay, I'm
she's
just
saying.
making sure that I'm picking up what she's laying down.
So I think I get a point for the trying to be woke but being racist.
At the same time, it is a balance.
God, it's just like some grade A hypocrisy from Texas. I do think it is pretty messed up of Texas to handle it like that.
I guess it's
Can I
better
ask?
than
Can I
sending
ask
them.
you something?
Yes.
Why is it hypocritical
Define
of the
hypocrisy
governor
for us.
that's very open about not wanting illegal immigrants in his state? What's hypocritical about him shipping those said people out of his state? See, folks, you're the ones being hypocrites.
You're the sanctuary state.
To open our arms up and show these people love and let's be humans. And now we gave you a chance and you're not being humans.
They want you to be humans, but like over there. Don't be humans over here.
Like that.
I guess it's better than sending them back to where they came from.
Hey, fair enough. As long as you want them, we're fine. How about that deal? Take them.
Guys, you heard it. This guy made the decision for all of you.
Yes, this short order cook just made the decision,
With a Pitbull shirt.
and not the rapper.
Bulldog shirt.
Of course, but it's so kind of disappointing that they wouldn't just be willing to, help them out in their own state.
Over there.
I do.
Yeah.
Over there, though.
When immigrants do come to America, though. So, but New York City, I don't know.
They shouldn't be complaining. New York.
That's
But here,
not here. Not here.
look, I am all for helping people.
That
But
is
here,
amazing.
in my yard,
Look, listen. That's
Mexicans here.
Look, we want to help these people, but not that much. Let's see what let's see what the most Mexican woman in the world has to say.
No.
They shouldn't be complaining. New York should not be complaining. They invited them. They told them, you're welcome here. We are a sanctuary city. They have plenty of resources. It's our taxpayers' money. It's time that the other states take responsibility too. We're all one nation.
Again, you fucking morons. If you're wondering why these people are not voting Democrat anymore, it's not a mystery. They're telling you. You know, it's funny because they hire a lot of these, like the DNC spends billions of dollars on these analysts to like figure out why Latinos, what do we need to do? And it's like, all you got to do is like talk to them and they will tell you what the problem is. That's why I think it's so funny, you know? All you do is ask them, be like, no, here's why. Like, we're American now, and like we had to wait really long, and I kind of feel it's unfair that other people don't have to. I kind of just wanted to be fair.
One nation.
And they can't handle it either, but look at us, small towns, we're getting overrun. It's been going on for a while. It's a problem.
And do you think it's, what's your thoughts that, these mayors are the types to say, hey, we're sanctuary cities. We welcome these migrants with open arms, and now they're saying...
While this is playing, can I read the title of a Vox article that just dropped?
Uh-oh. Sure. Is it another hot take about this?
Oh, yes, it is.
A lot of hot takes.
You ready? Latino voters are being flooded with even more misinformation in 2022. Democrats blamed misinformation for some of their losses with Latino voters, but the problem is getting more intertwined with the party's failure with Latinos. Part of the power and the potential of Latino voters from the highlight Vox's home and Okay, by using Joe Biden's own words, the distortion begins by using Joe Biden's own words against him. I'm going to go down as one of the most progressive presidents in American history. The then presidential candidate says at the start of the video, it's also translated in Spanish, but the next 4 people to invoke the word in the 30 Seconds campaign ad for Donald Trump's 2020 election effort were meant to inspire fear. Hugo Chavez, a socialist former leader of Venezuela, his successor, Maduro, Cuban dictator Castro, and the now president of Colombia, Petro. As the spot closes, the word remains, but now it's followed by progressive equals socialist. Biden, of course, is no socialist. And the ad published on YouTube in August 2022 was a sample of one of Trump campaign's most successful political messages aimed at Latino voters. By pointing out, by the way, this is what Trump did. This is the misinformation he gave them. By pointing out that all of these actual dictators were in fact dictators. That was misinformation.
But they
So,
were.
according to this, let me translate this article for you. I'm going to translate this article for you in a nutshell, the tiniest thing. By the way, written by a woman, if you couldn't tell. Let me translate this article for you. The real their title is Latino voters are being flooded with even more misinformation in 2022. Translation: these fucking beaners will believe anything that they're told because their stupid Aztec monkey brains don't understand things.
Yeah, that's why we have to help them to sort out through the misinformation.
Hey, so that was a Vox article?
Yeah.
And it was written by a woman.
Yes.
You want to know how bad things are for them and how fucking scared they are, Royce? They said Latino, not Latinx.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I know I saw that because I replied to the original thing. It's Latinx, sweaty.
Well, because these dumb beaners are not going to understand.
Oh, have you seen the other new one?
Terms.
The other new one is Latine.
Wait, what's that for? Like teenage Latins?
No,
is that
they're
like a
trying to
fake
replace
Latin? Is that
Latinx.
like a more of a fake Latin? It's made of cheaper material.
Oh, so they think
Right.
okay. So Latinx didn't go over, so they're changing it like Comcast did with Xfinity. So now they're calling it Latine.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing that. I've started seeing it like in the more like indie fucking lefty like art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll see it in a couple months pop up in box and shit.
That they're finally being overrun. What are your thoughts on that? That they're finally seeing the issues that Texans are finally seeing.
You know, we're small towns. I said that already. They're bigger cities, you know, and they have all this stuff, and they're already complaining. But this has been going on for months. Now they get to see how we feel.
You have these like sanctuary cities all of a sudden who are welcoming to migrants with their open arms, and all of a sudden when the migrants are actually getting busted, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, I don't know if we actually want.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Next time we do a trip, bro, I'm getting one of these trucker Bucky hats. I like it.
These people in here.
Yeah, no, dude, they don't care. They actually don't care. All they care is about like this woke narrative. You know, they just want to be part of something that's
But you clearly are a white supremacist. So obviously, why am I gonna listen to you?
helping out people. But when it actually comes to actually, you know, going in, being in their city.
You know what this looks like? This looks like if Colin Kaepernick actually listened to his white parents.
Oh my God, you're right.
He
Like
kind of
the alternate universe, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, where he was like, "No, Mo, you know what? My parents were white and they were really nice to me. I'm not going to be racial. Sorry."
You know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. I just wasn't that good at football.
I don't know. Listen, I got lucky that I even played for as long as I did.
Honestly, they should have never let me fucking take over for Alex Smith.
That was a great backup.
They don't want it. They don't want these people there.
It seems so petty.
It's so petty. Oh my God, these Upper West Side faggots. Fucking sick of these people.
And it's just sort of ignoring the humanity of people that are coming over.
No, they're not ignoring the humanity. They're saying it's too much humanity. Here, have some humanity.
Yeah, we're trying to share a little humanity.
Have it.
Over here to a bad
Human
situation.
infrastructure.
Yeah, there you go.
We're giving you human infrastructure, remember?
Yeah, why don't you build your next fucking subway out of them?
From something that's probably much worse.
That would be so fucking metal.
Yeah.
It's just such a fucking disgrace that we can't get together and try to help in a way that's healthy for.
Get together. You just said there's a bunch of people in New York.
Yeah.
Get together. Figure it out, dude. Figure it out, dude.
I think that's a bit.
Here we go. You ready for another
Here we go.
just...
Some fucking smarmy white bitch drinking her fucking boba tea or whatever.
Yes.
What do you got
No,
for us?
not boba tea. Not even Starbucks, because that's too mainstream. A hipster coffee, iced coffee, that has nitro brew.
You don't think it's Starbucks?
It might be Starbucks.
This bitch owns a candelabra.
Yeah. Yeah. Her glasses look like a fucking octagon. What is this bitch trying to prove here?
Unreasonable. Texas is a bit extreme in general as a state.
Texas is a bit extreme as a state. What does that mean?
I love to see it. I love to see him out of Texas.
Oh, good,
Like,
another
I love
Mexican.
To see other people or other officials kind of getting a taste of their own medicine. You know, we've been putting up with it for too long. You know, paying tax money, or just kind of like, contributing to basically like their own mess. And it's time for them to handle their own mess.
All of the Texas border is littered with clothes, with bottles. These people are dirty. When they're at the shelters.
Hold on a second. She's allowed to say it, but finally somebody's saying it. Because a white person, even if you think this is terrible, could never go out. These people are dirty. they're filthy, but a Mexican person will absolutely call another Mexican dirty or another beaner dirty.
Oh yeah, they're allowed. You're allowed. It's like you get the S pass.
Yeah.
Clothes with bottles. These people are dirty. When they're at the shelters, they have restrooms, but do they defecate in the restrooms? No, they defecate wherever they want.
Ma'am, are you saying they're not sending their best?
Hey, ma'am. Best.
Ma'am, do you want to be the president?
Ma'am, could you maybe make us some fajitas?
That'd be great. Honestly, please also.
Need to share?
I
We
bet
need
you
to
she
share
does
the-
make some fucking
you.
amazing food.
Her food's amazing.
This problem.
When you're that brown and your tits are that low, you better be a good cook.
She looks like one of them bitches that's always cooking something.
The house always smells like rice.
Always something going.
Yeah, like rice and beans are always
You're
smelling.
like, why are
in the
you
house.
cook? Well, it's for later, you know. Like,
For later, yeah.
I'll have that ready, and then we'll just do. Oh, okay. I know.
Prepare-
like fucking Royce's grandma.
Preparing dinner while she's making lunch.
Bro, Royce's grandma, I shit you not.
Yeah.
When she was staying with him every single day, first thing in the morning.
It's true.
Got the fucking slow cooker on, put
Yep.
rice in it, and had beans cooking.
And let's go.
Every day, they were just going. In case anyone, and literally, and I quote, in case anyone just.
In case anyone gets hungry.
Yeah, it's just there. You're
It's
like,
there.
no.
And
Well,
always
wholesome
had
woman.
she made Cuban coffee like 3 times a day too. And I'm like, Abuela, it's 7 o'clock. If I drink this, I'm not sleeping tonight. I can't. But they're immune to it, you know?
Oh yeah, it doesn't even phase them anymore.
Yeah. I think I'll have some Cuban coffee before bed.
Meanwhile, like white people when they're that old, they're like, "Can I have a decaf, or I won't go to sleep for 3 days?"
Or I'll literally die.
Yeah.
Having this problem all along the Texas border. And it's time that the other states begin to realize what is going on and how maybe to help us so that we can stop this.
They basically dug their own hole, and now they're crying about it. But we us in Texas had to deal with it. A state is a state, land is land, you know. So it's like they could be here, why can't they be there, you know? So it's like
He's
they're gonna
right.
take our resources, our hotels, our food and stuff. Why can't they do it there? The liberals are all fucking tripping.
Sir, the liberals are fucking tripping.
They do be tripping.
Yeah.
Man, this is actually a lot of fun though watching.
I mean,
like watching these people just do these mental gymnastics of like, it's just, oh, I don't know, man, like just not here though.
Yeah, we don't actually want them around us.
We just wanted them to stay in Texas and ruin that place. We never cared about you people.
So, sorry, go ahead, Bridge.
No, it's not important.
So you remember this chick from MythBusters, the redhead?
Yes.
You mean my queen?
Well, you're about to hate her.
Aw, damn it!
No. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I know. We all had a crush on her. I know. But unfortunately, wokeness comes for all of us, and when you start becoming irrelevant and start aging like a redhead, these are the things.
No.
Yeah, these are the things that happen. So this is her on the beach. She's wearing what seems to be mechanic overalls, by pretty much what they look like, or fighter pilot. You know. And she posted this. A man just stopped me to ask if I'm a car mechanic. My first thought was, oh no, does he need jumper cables? Then I realized it's because I'm wearing my coveralls. I said, no, these are my Eton pants because I can't fit into my skinny jeans no more. Which, by the way, if we end
little exchange.
If we end that right there, normal little exchange, right?
Nice little exchange.
He laughs without detecting any sarcasm. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy that wants you to name 3 songs of the band shirt you're wearing from the concert you went to. But as a girl, you clearly couldn't have loved. Just another day being a woman justifying your existence. Hashtag mansplaining.
But, so, he asked you a fucking innocent question.
Totally innocent question.
You gave him a silly answer.
Mm-hmm.
He laughed. He said nothing beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came up with this whole fucking crazy paranoid thing in your own fucking crazy woman brain.
Maybe he asked if you were a mechanic because it's weird to see somebody walking on the beach in the summertime in a full mechanic suit. Did you think about that maybe?
That aside, forget about all that, Royce.
Right.
He said nothing.
He didn't do anything
Beyond
wrong.
Just, oh, hey, are you a mechanic? I know, yeah, no, he's I make a little joke. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Have a nice day. And then she filled in all this other stuff later when he walked away and was like, I'm angry. And what? Nothing happened.
There's literally nothing to be mad about. The guy just made a joke. Who cares?
This is like all those tweets from like trans people and like gay people that are always like, you know, and everyone clapped stories where they like shut down a hater. And you're like, there's never any witnesses to these things. It's like, none of this happened. You had a quick exchange with somebody on an elevator, and then in your fucking head, you had the rest of this fucking scenario play out, and then you wrote about it.
But it's even better because if you think about it, if she didn't post anything, that guy probably went on with it, say like, what a nice lady I met this morning. That was a funny joke she told. That's it. And he had a good memory. And in her mind, it was mansplaining evil. Like, it's so funny to see a situation and see one side just be a human being about it and the other side just be a complete fucking spurg about somebody just trying to be nice. Like just having a human interaction with somebody. By the way, it'd be one thing if the guy walked up and goes, why are you covering up those tits with a mechanic? Like, you'd be like, all right, man, why are you being a fucking asshole? But he just fucking saw somebody walking in a mechanic suit on the beach.
This bitch is just angry that fucking homie didn't recognize her as the fucking redhead from Mythbusters.
No, I'd rather recognize the dead Asian one.
Jesus.
Grant was cool though, man.
That's why I said I'd rather.
Jesus.
He did die. He's probably with him. I don't get what the problem is here. He is Asian and he's dead. Anything I say wrong?
I mean, he made Greg for Craig Ferguson, man.
He made what?
He made Greg for Craig Ferguson, the skeleton thing on
Yeah,
the
you
set.
know, I mean, I get it, and that's why I miss him.
So, but like, can we not disrespect him? Come on,
I'm
man. Let's put
saying
respect on his name.
the wrong Mythbuster died.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding me. I would take 1,000,000 of those dead Asians back. And actually, joking aside, that guy was a fucking literal genius. Like he really was.
That's why his brain exploded.
Yeah, it was too much stuff in there. Is that how brains work? Is that how brains work?
His brain was just filled to the brim with too much genius.
It fucking exploded.
Can you know so much that your brain explodes? Find out on the next episode of Mythbusters.
Well, now we have to do an autopsy.
Well, turns out he died because he knew too much stuff.
The next cut is that myth fucking proven fucking little thing, and they throw it in the grave on his casket.
Look, I'm no scientist or anything. I don't know. I mean, we had one around here, but he's dead now.
What was it? Was it myth confirmed? Is that what they would say?
Yeah, this is a myth confirmed.
Myth confirmed. Myth confirmers.
Well, guess what? I'll send it to you later, Mersh. There's a green screen of that, too, of a myth busted and the myth confirmed.
Based. We need all these green screen
These
things.
are so great. Okay, sorry. Anyway, check out this new cool commercial.
Mom, can I go outside and play with my friends?
No.
Honey, there's still something going around.
What do you want? Freedom.
Kids should be out there, not in here. COVID-19 vaccines available. So they're saying that the kids shouldn't be allowed to go outside unless they're vaccinated from 6 months to 12 years, boys.
Also, no, you over-vaxxing lunatics are the creeps that would not let your kid go out. Outside, those are all the unvaxxed Chad kids. Those are the kids with the cool parents that don't have the vax, and their kids are like, hey, Ma, can I go out and play? And you're like, yeah, of course, you're a kid.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mersh.
Go
They're
play.
called purebloods.
That's true.
Yeah, purebloods. We're the purebloods, bro.
Not unlike gentlemen trying to hold on to relevancy. Did you see this? Oh, this is great. He's not letting go. He's not letting go. By the way, did you see Jean-Pierre, the black bitch, the fucking press secretary, went on a Good Morning America this week? Or not Good Morning America. Want to meet the press or something this weekend? And she said that, well, no, he didn't mean Biden didn't mean the pandemic was over. He was walking around in a plant. They were talking about different things. And he said it. Bro, all they do is walk back what this old man says like all the time.
Yeah, it's not great.
Well, let's see what this old man has to say.
For sure, the intensity of the outbreak now, even though it is, I believe, unacceptably high, where we're having 400 deaths per day, we are much better off now for a number of reasons that you mentioned. But we are not where we need to be if we're going to be able to, quote, live with the virus.
I'm living with the virus just fine. So what are you talking about?
Because we know we're not going to eradicate it. So we're dealing with a very, very complicated situation. The ultimate goal would be, as I mentioned, we're not going to eradicate it. It's unlikely we're going to eliminate it. That we get to a level of control that's low enough that it doesn't disrupt our social order.
The virus didn't disrupt our social order, you fucking faggot.
You did.
I'm so sick of this guy, bro. This guy's just holding on.
And essentially dominate what happens in society. We're heading in that direction. But we must be aware that it is likely that with the combination of the evolution of variants, as well as the seasonal aspects, that as
Hey, buddy, man, we're like 3 things past COVID now. It's not even like that's the last thing. We're like, we just starting to ignore Ukraine now. So, I mean, nobody cares. Even people.
Yeah,
that
we're a
used to
little
care.
burned out there, Tony. I don't know what to tell you, man, but we're done with you and all of this.
I thought
We're done.
monkeypox was the new big thing. Is there maybe a reason why Dr. Fauci would be avoiding talking about an illness that specifically affects gay people?
Well, last time he did, he put his foot in his mouth, and he went to those clubs. So I'm sure it just wasn't his foot. But yeah, he made that mistake once. He ain't doing it again. Let's see how they like Trudeau. Let's see how they like Trudeau in the UK.
Canadians hate you, you fascist! You fascist bastard, Trudeau! Canadians hate your guts! You bastard! Trudeau!
Why is John Oliver so mad at Trudeau?
Fascist! Fascist bastard! Fascist! We hate you, you son of a bitch!
That's just like a normal Brit. That's not even like a drunk, like wild.
No,
you know what I
that's
mean?
just your average British guy.
He's just pissed. He's just pissed.
Dude.
You mucked it all up, you fucking cunt.
That's actually Lewis. That's what he's doing now from the specials.
Yes.
He's holding the phone.
All right, then. I've got to yell at Trudeau.
Canadian Prime.
Oh, that's it. That was the
First, you do such a good fucking Lewis.
It is a good Lewis. It's a very.
It's fucking perfect.
By the way, it's a very niche fucking thing that only our Patreons patrons would even know. But
How do you feel about the fact that your girl is, banging your best friend now? Well, I suppose it's not right.
All right.
All right, then.
Uh-oh. A loser says what?
Florida's in trouble. I'm the only Democrat to win statewide here since 2012.
Coward. Coward. Coward.
I'm looking at those arms. She's definitely more the first part of that word now.
And it
wow,
shows.
They really tightened those pins on the back of that bitch's head up, huh?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, she looks like a fucking skeleton. She looks like a skeleton in a skin suit.
For the last 4 years, while I have been doing everything in my
She
power.
looks like a latex drape stretched over a Halloween decoration.
By the way, Gutsy Moves having anal beads on your wrist.
To stop Ron DeSantis.
Stop him from what? Lowering our taxes like he did today? You mean like that?
Ma'am, with all due respect, you couldn't stop Charlie Crist. You couldn't even derail that train.
God damn. Ma'am, you couldn't handle a spider in your house. Do you understand? This isn't like, this is adult stuff now, okay?
Fucking
Trump
Charlie
obsessed-
Crist, a man who has argued both for and against every point on his platform at least 3 times.
That's true.
Well, you got to be thorough.
Well, you could say he covered all his bases. Ron DeSantis announced his proposal for $1.1 billion in tax relief on Floridians, including permanent sales tax exemption for necessities for babies, cribs, and strollers.
What is this thing?
I know.
He's a fucking madman.
Republicans have done everything in their power to enable him, taking away freedom and opportunity from
What freedom have you been taking away?
Freedoms?
What freedom?
What freedom? Well,
What
are you
freedom?
gonna? Oh, let me guess. The gay thing. The gay thing.
anyone who doesn't look
Yeah, he
and
took
act
away
like
the
them.
opportunity for gay
And I
teachers
want-
to molest the children in their classrooms.
Opportunity from anyone who doesn't look and act like them. And I want to be really specific. Women in Florida are losing our freedom. But
Remember,
mark my words.
He doesn't
we
care.
will-
He doesn't care about anybody that doesn't look or act like him. Do you hear me? Really quickly though, I just want to remind everybody what our Surgeon General looks like. It's important to me because DeSantis doesn't care about anybody that looks or act unless
he has no respect.
This guy's actually pretty cool, by super based guy too, by the way.
Although I would like DeSantis to stop referring to him as his black Surgeon General.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could just say
the Surgeon General. Yeah.
Do you imagine that he just keeps introducing
my black Surgeon General?
By the way, it's my black Surgeon General. You could just say Surgeon General, bro.
Or honestly, like call me Steve. It's fine.
Just call me Doctor.
Yeah, Doctor's fine too.
Yeah, but there's an audio version of this coming out, and I want them to really know.
Oh, I think they'll know when they hear you.
It's the Always Sunny thing. Like I just feel like if you have a black friend, it's
You gotta
weird
tell
if you're
him.
not talking about it all the time.
You got to tell them. Because it's weird. It's weird for white people to be friends with black people.
Yeah.
No, that's when they go to the bar, the other competing bar.
Oh yeah.
That's the one where they're complaining about not being able to win Emmys.
Yeah, they were basically the whole episode was them low key throwing shade at the Emmys.
Yeah.
We will not be controlled. We will persist.
Ron, I think you're a great
and
guy
win.
and all, but you
I just finished campaigning in every corner of our state.
Nikki, why are you? What is this commercial for? You lost.
Oh, she's starting her own PAC.
If you saw me on the trail, you know I thanked all the women who came before me and promised the girls who looked up to me that I will.
Nobody looked up to you.
Ma'am, you couldn't even like you couldn't pack a small hotel room with people that want to support you. You're going to start a actual PAC now?
Bro, it was embarrassing. It really was embarrassing. Like everything she went to, nobody would go to. Nobody cared. The only major media outlet that interviewed her was Stuttering John.
Remember the any questions?
Oh my God, yes, that was one of my favorites.
All right, well, wait a minute. See if there's any questions.
Questions.
Anyone questions? It's almost like when you were in school. Remember that like 8th period when you're out the door and they'd go, all right, we'll got a few minutes left. Any questions? Anyone? And everybody's just stuffing their bags and going, I'm fucking out of here, dude. It's Friday and it's 2:55 in the afternoon. I got fuck all as far as questions are concerned. Can I leave early? Does that count as a question?
Yeah, that's a question. Yeah.
Never, ever back down from this fight.
A lot of tight shots, Nikki. Can you draw more than 4 people to a gathering? Notice all these shots of her, like meeting with constituents and being out there. There's always like 4 or 5 people in frame.
Nikki couldn't draw 100 people for a fucking gangbang of her. So yeah, she's not a fucking political.
Smashed 1,000 guitars, never drew a dime.
That's why my supporters, donors, and I are now organizing Won't Back Down, a state political committee to transform Florida into the pro-choice state Floridians actually want, starting immediately but continuing into future election cycles.
Yeah,
because
keep
we don't
flashing
have
pictures of these fucking mongrels to tell me this is what we want Florida to be. Okay, cool. Where do I get that? Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have a problem with this?
Yeah, show me some fucking super mutants from Fallout and go, oh, this is what I want to turn your state into. Yeah, let me go get my checkbook.
I was going with sewer mutants from Futurama, but super mutants works for this one.
Because we don't have a one election cycle problem.
Fucking
we have a
Nightkin over
future
here.
Bro, she is ugly. Her ears are ridiculously weird. Her face is, like you said, pinned back.
Florida problem.
Yeah,
so we're going to do what I did
put
to
a
win in
reptile in a
2018.
skin suit, bro. It
We're
doesn't
going
always
to go
She's
to
weird
red
too
area.
because she simultaneously looks young and old, which is always a weird look to me.
That's the Chelsea Handler thing.
Yeah, like you're obviously like she's obviously dyeing her hair and shit too.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And she obviously doesn't take terrible care of herself, but she's old. She's probably aged okay, but then, like you always say, the neck don't lie, the hands don't lie.
Yeah. Nikki Haley. How old is this bitch?
No, that's Nikki Fried. Nikki Haley was
Why did I
the
put Fried? Sorry.
globalist, fucking horrible.
Nikki Fried. Sorry. Nikki Fried. How old is she?
She was born in 77.
Wow, she's old enough. She's 44. And
she's only 44.
She looks worse than 44, bro.
Oh my God, I thought
she's
she was
only
like
4 years.
58.
She's only 4 years older than me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my I'm sorry, Nikki. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said to you. Fucking God has fucked you enough, bro. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Can I just as a baseline comparison level? Can I show somebody who is 55?
Sure.
Just so we could compare. And this is a recent photo of them. This is an old photo of them, okay? So, do you want that? Or do you want Selma Hayek? 55.
That's unfair, though.
Yeah, you know what else is unfair? I'll tell you what else is unfair. Her fucking legs. Jesus Christ. Dude.
I know, but it's unfair to stack any woman up against Salma Hayek. That's just mean.
All right. You know what? I'll tell you what. How about this? I will do something fair. Let's compare her to, because, Miami MILF's around the same age. So let's compare her to Miami MILF. Sorry, Miami MILF, I'm going to dox you. There. That's her. What's the problem? There she is.
I can't believe you're going to put her out there like that.
That's her, and that's what she looks like.
All right, how about this to compare? Nikki Fried's 44.
Mm-hmm.
Tulsi Gabbard is 41.
Oh, okay, good one. Okay, see. I already know what she looks like, but just in case, 2022. Let's look at her 2022. All right. Oh wow, she's so hot. I'm just trying to pick like a fair picture, so it's not like a glammed up one. So we're looking at just her. All right, here you go. This is recent. This was her when she was in Hawaii. There you go. So no makeup. There.
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
Fucking what?
Jesus Christ.
Fucking what?
Bro, it's not. It's ridiculous.
I'd throw a vote into that.
Anybody else want coconut milk? Is it just
I don't know,
me?
man. I want to put pizza boxes on that bitch's windows.
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to fortify her elections.
I like to reinforce her borders.
I'd like to use electronic voting machines on that bitch, huh?
I want to fuck her pussy with my penis, right, guys?
Hanging chads,
That was a good one.
anybody? Yeah.
That was a good one.
Okay,
that was
cool.
a good one.
Yeah, that was you won.
Did you make a hanging Chad joke? You fucking hack.
Yes, I did.
hate you.
I fucking did.
You're a fucking retard.
You said you fucking hack.
You fucking loser.
I'd like to judicially steal her election.
Okay, come on, man.
Certify that electorate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What happened now?
Tampa.
From the moment I met the kid, the brightest light in the room. I mean, Carson could make anybody laugh at any moment. And I just want everybody to remember him as that, because that's what he was.
I mean, he wasn't really funny when they shot him.
Tonight, we're learning more about the University of Tampa student who was shot and killed over the weekend. His friends and
University of Tampa, the place you go to when you can't get into USF.
family say Carson
That's it,
Senfield
yeah.
was
I mean, being serious.
celebrating his 19th birthday the night he was shot and killed outside of his Tampa home. News Channel 8's Brittany Muller joins us from UT with more. Brittany?
Stacey, good evening.
Do
19-year-old.
we want to check out Brittany Muller?
I want to give her a look.
Brittany Muller, WFLA.
Because that shirt's ridiculous.
It is. It's terrible.
And I feel like without that shirt, she's probably a looker.
Carson
When she's not dressed like a
Senfield was
fucking
a-
Mexican gunfighter from the Old West.
A bandolero, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. She just needs like bullets.
Yeah.
Sophomore
She looks like she's about to hide the three amigos in her church.
studying finance here at the University of Tampa. Now, his friends are planning a candlelight vigil in his honor.
Less than a half-mile away from the University of Tampa campus.
He was celebrating his birthday, so he turned 19 on Saturday.
Sophomore Carson Senfield tragically lost his life.
Real quick, just because Frozen was listening, you wanted to compare 46 to 44. Trish Stratus is 46.
My God, she's 46.
46, dude. She looks amazing. I think she looks better now. I'll be honest with you,
bro. I saw that segment of her on SmackDown, and I'm like, she's better looking than everybody else in that ring, except maybe Dakota Kai.
Here's the reporter. She is hot.
She is.
hot.
Yeah.
She is hot. What's the rule?
She's kind of wholesome.
What's the rule?
Hot friends. Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah.
Wow, I like her friend too.
Yeah, the friend is actually.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Wait, no, Mersh. Before you pick that friend, don't forget this friend. She's friends with Miss Ukraine, apparently.
Yeah,
Fuck Russia.
She's a
Hey,
sex
what's up?
worker.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I think we give more money for help Ukraine, right?
Yeah, why
guys,
not?
do we all agree?
Yeah, what's
I
another
love
couple
the
billion?
Ukraine.
That's $10 trillion.
I'll call Israel.
Okay, you.
I'll call Scott Israel, who, by the way, is now the police chief of Opelika.
I know, by the way, look, I know people are saying that's disgusting as another police force, but I don't think people understand what Opelika is.
Yeah, I don't think you guys understand the hell he lives in now.
Opelika? Oh my God, Opelika, which, by the way, has the reputation of being the only city more ghetto than Hialeah down there. That's gonna be fun.
Opelika is known as being like that's where all the fucking Hispanics go get their tires and their haircut at that flea market.
It's
a dangerous place.
Opelika free market, baby. Hey, check this out. In case you're a golf fan, you have to listen to the commentaries.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We missed a big. We really buried the lead on that story, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Did I not? Was there something?
Yeah, I'm reading the story now because I was curious.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No. So this guy, because they're all doing this whole, oh my God, like they're making this news story, like, oh, Carson, poor Carson. Apparently, the story is he got out of an Uber and then he was hammered and then he tried to get into some other guy's car and the guy was in the car. It was like some stranger, and he kept trying to get into the stranger's car, and the stranger shot him. It's not exactly a fucking random tragedy like they're presenting it.
And I hear that, but look, here's more the newscaster and her friends. Real quick, I hear you. This is tragedy. I'm with you.
Whoa.
But real quick, it's important.
Yeah, I mean, fuck that kid.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, the tits on the one and the blonde one, those are nice, right? The one on the right, they don't have nice tits. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hot. This one has a lot of hot friends.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Anyway, I apologize. This poor unfortunate soul.
Life on his birthday. His cousin Andrew says Senfield loved his family and friends.
Great kid, somebody that everybody wanted to be around. You know, he was the sweetest guy, always cared
Except
about
for
other
that
people.
guy in his car.
Yeah, except for that guy whose car he was trying to get into. He didn't want to be around them.
We've been actually sharing a lot of stories this morning about
Tampa police say Senfield was out on South Howard with friends when he got into an Uber that brought him home on West Arch Street.
Okay.
He got out, then tried to get into another car on Saturday after 1 a.m. Investigators say the driver inside that car alleges he was in fear of his life and shot and killed Senfield.
But, okay, he went in a random guy's car. This is Florida, guys. You don't do that.
Yeah, they didn't arrest the guy. The guy stayed on the scene and cooperated. He's like, yo, I'm sorry.
Dude, I literally have 3 videos on my computer right now of like random people getting into a car and then just straight stabbing the motherfucker.
Yeah.
The state
So,
attorney's
like,
office to decide if the shooter was justified.
Factors to take into consideration exactly what was this young man doing. Was he getting into the car and it looked like he was going to attack this individual? Or was he just trying to get into the car? Because if he
Doesn't
never
matter. Doesn't
gets
matter.
into the car
It doesn't matter.
And he never crosses the threshold, then I don't know how the individual that shot the deceased could say he was acting in self-defense.
Criminal defense attorney
Well, you're a criminal defense attorney.
Roger Futerman says Florida has a strong stand your ground law, meaning you do not have to retreat.
It's kind of odd that someone's sitting at the car, in their own car at 1:20 in the middle of the night, having a gun ready to go.
Why is that weird? Why is that weird?
Why? It's Florida. Why is that weird? You're allowed to be in. I could be in my car right now at 3 a.m. with my gun if I feel like it.
Yeah, I can assure you, if I'm in my car, I have my gun on me.
Who gives a fuck how weird it is? It's illegal. Was it illegal for him to do that? Was that because that's all that fucking matters?
Yeah, this is a really mealy-mouthed fucking. You're really fucking trying to stretch it here.
What if he
What are you doing out there?
By
None
the
of your
way,
fucking
by
business.
the way,
That's what.
By the way, fuck off. First off, he could have had a gun. He probably somebody has a gun on him all the time. There's plenty of people that do, and he could have been dropping off his fucking girlfriend. It doesn't fucking matter what he was doing. He could have been rolling around with a gun in his car because he felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
Peterman says each fact in this case will be significant to the state to decide if the shooter will face manslaughter charges or not.
No.
The state attorney's office says it's too soon to comment on the case, and the shooter is cooperating with police at this time. Stacy?
All right, quick question for you. They plan
You could say shooter. You could also say potential victim.
Yeah, that shooter needs to get a fucking lawyer and not cooperate with them at all. He's going to talk himself into a fucking manslaughter charge.
I guess, some way to remember Carson.
Here, pro tip, buddy. Next time, if that happens, don't do it in Hillsborough. Do it in Polk, because this would have been done over with.
Oh yeah,
this wouldn't even be this wouldn't have been an issue. But I promise you, people think we're kidding about Polk County. It really wouldn't have been. You were in your car and he tried to get in, and you did what? Okay, have a
Case
nice
closed.
night. Have a nice night, sir.
Sorry we bothered you.
Sorry we bothered you. Yeah, have a nice evening.
Tell me more about what his family is going to do about that.
Right, Stacy. The family is planning on creating a legacy scholarship in honor of Carson. They also...
Oh, and his name is Carson. Oh. Okay. Well.
Carson Hyundai. That's fucking weird.
I guess his dad's now Carsonless.
Okay, that's...
Look,
That was
bro,
insensitive.
I was trying to play this, and you made me go back to that story. So I'm going to go back to my fun one now.
Yeah, you got to love the focus here with the driver on 13. A deer is sucking off another deer in the background. It does not faze him as he rips that down the middle. That's about 315.
Nice.
It's a short little dumb video, but
Can
it
you
made me...
say that on TV?
No, I don't know, but it made me really
Can you say sucking off on TV?
I mean, nobody watches golf anyway. You could probably get away with it.
That's true.
You tune into golf right now, and it's just people reading fucking translations of Hitler speeches. And shit.
Yeah, no one knows. By the way, there's this hidden world of golf that none of us know that's going on right before our eyes, but we don't watch it, so we don't know.
Developments tonight in the death of a teenager at a Foster County street dance.
According to court papers,
I'm sorry, a what? At a what?
New developments tonight in the death of a teenager at a Foster County street dance.
Are you in the city of Footloose, where Footloose took place?
What is this?
I don't know.
Footloose?
Yeah, this town of
What's that
Footloose. What is this?
according to court papers, it wasn't an accident, but they say a politically
You're right.
That's still stuck in my head.
Been working so hard.
hold on. Literally on my soundboard.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you have that?
Don't ask. Motivated attack. WDAY News reporter Matt Henson broke the story for you online today. He joins us live tonight for why the driver confessed
Is that not Frank Caliendo? That's not who that is, right?
to police. Matt?
Dan and Kirsten, according to court papers, moments
He's
before
like,
his...
well, you know, Ace is the place. He's just doing his fucking... It's like, dude, Madden's been dead for 3 years, man. Stop.
They don't even make Tenactin anymore. Why are you doing this?
Tough acting Tenactin. That's been recalled, sir.
Sir, it's just giving people cancer.
Killed 18-year-old Kaylor Ellingson, called his mom to come rescue him because 41-year-old Shannon Brandt was chasing him in the city of McHenry where the street dance had just wrapped up. The papers don't indicate how Kaylor Ellingson was being chased, but by the time his mom could get there, her son was dead.
What the fuck happened?
Understand the differences.
41-year-old Shannon Brandt had a tough time understanding the charges against him, vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of a deadly accident.
He's actually the one that called 911 to report the crash.
Police say it happened in this alley around 2:30 Sunday morning after the street
You're using
dance.
Google Street View?
Bro, you couldn't drive there?
Couldn't even just go take a video of it? You're using
Bro, you
Google
could have taken an intern with a cell phone.
You could have just called somebody who lives there.
You're right.
And asked them to take a photograph.
Court papers show Brandt told the 911 dispatcher that
Yeah,
he
they've
just...
got to treat this with the respect and reverence that the death of a young teenager deserves.
You're right.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Look
this
at him.
looks like somebody took a picture of Machine Gun Kelly in The Weeknd and put him in that AI thing.
This looks like Doug
Yeah.
Funny's best friend, Skeeter Valentine.
Yes, Skeeter.
It looks like you just
Valentine.
It looks like you just wrote the 90s into an AI art generator.
So mean. This guy's
The 90s.
This kid's
This
dead.
This looks like the
90s.
funeral photo for the biggest fan of the band B44.
This looks like all the Burger King Kids Club member became one person.
Remember Dewey Malcolm? Well, this is him all grow up.
Okay,
Feel
guys.
old yet?
First off, he's dead. Can we not? This is the meanest one yet. We got to stop. We got to stop. We got to stop. I'm going to hit play any
This
second
guy looks
here.
like he was in a boy band called Meh. Where they just got 5 really,
Boys
really
to
like
graves.
just unextraordinary fucking teenagers.
All right. You ready?
Is this guy dead? We're gonna. Wow, we've been really insensitive.
Fuck,
today.
I hope he is. He looks like that. I'd want to be dead too.
Come on, man.
Did him a favor.
Hit Kaylor Ellingson because the teen was part of a Republican extremist group.
Whoa, 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 what? So they killed this kid because he was part of a Republican extremist group?
The kid looked really extreme. He looked
We're
fucking
part of
radical,
a
bro.
public-
Yeah, he
We're
looked
part of a group.
The only thing that he did extreme was watch the X Games and drink Mountain Dew.
See,
And
you
was
were
called-
wrong. He was actually part of the Backstreet Boys.
Good Backstreet Boys.
It's
is
very
funny.
funny.
Part of a Republican extremist group and was calling people to come get Brandt after a political argument. Ellingson's
You killed this guy over a political argument? A kid?
mom told police her son called her just before the crash, asking if she knew Brandt. And she
This is every leftist you're arguing with on Twitter, by the way.
said she did. She does not believe her son knew Brandt.
Still trying to determine exactly what all transpired.
What's wrong with your face, bro? I'm sorry. What's up with this guy's eye?
He's dying.
Oh.
At the time of the crash, but prior to that as well.
Police say Brandt was drunk when he hit and killed Ellingson with his SUV.
We do not know of any witnesses. We still are making attempts to interview potential witnesses from the street dance, people that were present prior to the crash happening.
A judge ordered Brandt held on $50,000 cash, which he objected, saying he's not a flight risk.
I have a job and a life and a house and things that I don't exactly
You ran over a child with a car because you disagree politically with him.
want to see, go by the wayside. Family
Family.
are very important to me.
Not the kids though, right?
No, he meant the Fast and Furious movie collection.
Got it.
Convicted on the vehicular homicide charge alone, Brandt would face a minimum of 10 years in prison because of a DUI on his record. The max is 20, and troopers say as the investigation develops, they could recommend more serious charges.
Like Murder One, I would like to know where this story ends up. I
Look,
really
as
do.
somebody who's had a DUI, I have no problem with
Also-
people that get a DUI and then later on in life kill somebody in a DUI getting hard fucking time. Like that's just, you know what I mean? Like I think everyone should get a little slap on the wrist if you get a 1 DUI. It's like, all right, man, look, you got to fucking tighten up. Don't do that again. But if you kill somebody after already made, I feel like that should be the law in any case. Like if you keep committing the same crime, you should definitely fucking probably get fucked.
What if you murder a curb?
The curb was fine.
Okay, good. Your car, however, was not.
Car on the other hand.
Okay, what if you murder a BMW?
Oh, and that's,
The dumbest woman in America has something to say, guys.
Also in the 60 Minutes interview.
Uh-oh, sorry.
She actually is very dumb. And
Point three.
She has a great future as a fucking co-host on The View.
Oh, yeah.
Also in the 60 Minutes interview said that the pandemic is over. There's been quite a bit of pushback to that statement by the president. Where is he today on that?
So, just to step back for a second.
Remember, he said the pandemic was over. We didn't miss anything. We played the clip, okay, guys? It's important that you guys know that, okay?
What we saw during that interview, 60-minute interview, when he made those comments, he was walking through the Detroit car show. halls of the Detroit Car Show, and he was looking around. We have to remember the last time that they had held that event was 3 years ago.
What does that have to do with what he said, ma'am?
Even as we're talking about UNGA, the president's going to speak shortly, as I just mentioned, that hasn't been held in person for about 3 years.
Okay, so the pandemic is over.
Ma'am, what does that have to do with him doing the pandemic equivalent of the George Bush mission accomplished?
Right.
So we are in a different time. He's been very consistent about that. And the reason why is because we are now prepared. We are now ready.
Okay, but the pandemic's over.
We know how to deal with this pandemic. It is not.
What pandemic? There's no pandemic. It's over.
Our democratically elected president declared so.
81 million people can't be wrong or exist.
Now more manageable. It's not as disruptive as it's been in the prior.
81 million people can't be wrong, but 20% of them can be dead.
That's right.
Years. And so, and it is because
another 20% are actually Republicans that were tricked.
Because of what this president has done on day one. If you think about where we were when he walked in, 3,000 people were dying.
More people died under him.
Day. That is
more people died under him.
It's come down.
More people died under him.
Ma'am, he said the pandemic was over. None of this mealy-mouthed gobbledygook that you're fucking spitting out right now is helping.
And maybe don't ever sit like that. Don't ever let them give their profile view of you because you can notice how bad your scoliosis is, humpback. Do you hear me? Oof. Posture, bitch. Sit up.
90%. You think about schools that were closed. Now schools are open. Think about businesses were closed.
No,
now businesses are open.
Letter S.
That's a humpback. That is a woman with a humpback. Look. Can I rub your hump for luck?
Businesses were closed. Now businesses are open, and it's because of the work that this administration has
No. Businesses were closed because you guys closed them.
Done. Now, what he has been very consistent about is that we have to continue to have a front foot on this. So we have
on what?
On what? It's over.
It's over. You can't have a foot on something that's over.
Have the funding so that we are ahead of this. Of
what?
Any other, as we look at future vaccines and future treatments.
Ma'am, you just spun something and you never answered it.
Spiraling.
We need to make sure that we
are ready. I'm good with the goddamn customers. She's gonna snap like that guy in Office Space someday.
Hey, do you think your lesbian wife likes to hump on your back?
Of the president's interview the other night, he also said
then it's just easier to arch your back.
Yeah.
As we're also leading, as we're talking the backtrack of UNGA, as we're leading globally.
Oh, that's her dad's name.
As well.
So staying with the theme of the president's interview the other night, he also said, I'm going to read this to you, who's asked about inflation, and he downplayed the...
Okay, well, we don't have to... We already... The clip ends here anyway. Wow, all they do is play cut. What is it?
Chaos and confusion, and these are people who are fleeing communism.
Hearings and other things, and also tricking.
Dude, she just fucked up hard there.
You heard it? You heard it, right?
Yeah, localities into thinking migrants like these were coming their way, like Joe Biden's home state of Delaware or New Jersey, in preparation for the president's speech, and then finding out they're not coming. This seems like something that the president would take offense to, given his empathy.
His empathy, because he's known as being empathetic when he screamed at a guy in his face for worrying about soldiers dying in Iraq.
Yeah, and he's like, my son died, even though your son died as the Attorney General of Delaware of brain cancer. He didn't die, like, in battle.
He was empathetic of all the plagiarism he did when first time he ran for president.
To human beings.
Or when he lied about all his credentials and his fucking education the first time he ran for president.
Also that.
Talks about how it's important to treat people with dignity. And when are you
going to start treating us with dignity? You called every person that voted for Trump a domestic terrorist. Is that dignifying?
Well, that's different.
You're seeing from Governor DeSantis is inhumane. It is not solving a problem. It is not a solution. It is.
But here's the thing.
What's your solution?
Okay, that's fine. But at least they're doing something. Because the problem is, you know why you guys aren't jumping on this? Because it wasn't affecting you. But now it's affecting you.
It's causing chaos and confusion. And these are people who are fleeing communism. You think about Venezuela, you think about Nicaragua, you think about Cuba.
One of my favorite spins was some lefty Twitter account going, yeah, I bet the Florida taxpayers love the fact that your governor's wasting your money to ship these people out. And I'm thinking, like, for one, how dare you talk about wasting my taxpayer money, you lefty piece of shit.
Yep.
Secondly, the amount of money we're going to save by not having hundreds of people clogging up our fucking
It's more than 12 million.
Is going to be more, yes. So
and
I'm okay with it.
And again, it's like, it's inhumane. And these, first off, I could pull up the articles right now. You guys were the ones that were praising Venezuela. You remember? It's not too long ago that we were talking about that on this show, about that. We're talking about how awesome Venezuela was, and they took the power back from the people. Remember the articles of Bernie Sanders talking about how cool Venezuela was? I remember it. Now Venezuela's a communist country. The thing that was going to happen, that we told you was going to happen.
This place is a paradise. Yeah. They have nationalized cereal.
That's what they're fleeing. And they're being used as a political pawn. And that is not a solution. Now, if I were Governor DeSantis, I would ask...
well, if you were Governor DeSantis, you would have to be likable. And you're not. Bernie Sanders, this is 2012. These days, the American dream is more apt to be realized in South America in places such as Ecuador, Venezuela, and Argentina, where the incomes are actually more equal today than they are of the land of Horatio Algar. Who's the banana republic now? You guys praise Venezuela. That was you.
His Senate colleagues, why have they have not helped in solving this?
Why haven't they helped in solving this? Because when Trump said build the wall, you called him a racist.
That's not true. They also said it would be way too expensive to build a wall for $3 billion.
How much did we give Ukraine?
I don't know, like $100 billion.
Okay.
They voted against historic
Just for
funding.
funsies, I sent you a DM of Nancy Pelosi thanking the president of Venezuela for his courage 2 years ago. You don't have to play it.
No, I have to play it.
I just wanted it to be there.
Good afternoon, everyone. It was a great honor to welcome to the Capitol we consider to be the president.
Oh, this is the other guy that they were calling the president, but he's not the president. I remember this guy. This is the puppet they tried to put in.
This is the guy that Trump was like, this is a new president.
Yeah, it was the puppet thing. Yeah, there's a whole lot with that.
So maybe you guys shouldn't be talking about Venezuela.
Considering the fact that most of the politicians that are in there, fucking, you put them there.
Yeah, maybe shut up. And honestly, in my opinion, that's great. But let's show the good Nancy Pelosi photo for everybody. There she is.
That's very fucking funny.
Milk Mama.
That is very fucking funny.
That's what you get when Frozen. When Virg just take a shit.
This was all your fault, Virgie.
I hope you're happy.
I know it. It's great.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's probably the funniest thing I've ever done on accident on the internet.
Yeah. Right. This is a former teacher running for school board in Minnesota.
Teachers need to be allowed to teach. I'm a parent, and I'm sorry to all you parents out there, but you do not get a say in your child's teacher's lesson plans.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll back up.
This is a insanely hot take.
Out there, but you do not get a say in your child's teacher's lesson plans.
Okay, listen, Underbite. That's not the way shit works. Okay, I fucking love people like they're telling you that you don't get a say in what your kids do. You hear that? You hear that, you pieces of shit?
I spent thousands of dollars on a degree and my educator's license, and I would be
Ma'am, what you should have spent thousands of dollars on was a dentist visit.
Gosh darn, if parents...
She'll be gosh darn if her fucking teeth aren't just fucking thrown into her mouth all willy-nilly.
Tried to tell me how to write my lesson plans that I literally went to school to learn how to write.
No,
you don't write them. You go to like a teacher version of Prep Burger.
Exactly. The lesson plans are in the book. All the practice tests are in the book. And then all you guys think that we don't know about your little fucking telegrams and discords where you just share tests and lesson plans. Come on, guys. Don't be fucking stupid. Why do you think that every single test you see from these teachers is always photocopied 500 times? Because they're just photocopying a photocopy of another friend that sent it to them.
You know, if a parent wants to have that much say in their kid's education, then you know what? You probably need to homeschool them.
Okay, your terms are acceptable.
I swear to God, I
We
tripped
did
over my
it.
fucking tongue trying
We
to
have
say that.
enough hot takes. We don't need any more. No more opinions, no more hot takes. We've heard them all. We've had enough. No more.
I love her.
Isn't it awesome? Everyone can just shut up now.
I love her.
Still one of my favorite things ever. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll homeschool, and I want a tax rebate, and I want to slash the Department of Education's budget. Deal.
Dayton Part 2.
Here we go.
Told you guys.
I'm taking a dab.
All right, let's do it.
That is my younger brother out there. He's in town from Seattle.
Seattle? No, he must have moved to Seattle.
He doesn't come home very often, and he ignores.
By the way, Seattle, home of Frasier.
I want to point out that we said this yesterday, but I want to point it out again. He doesn't come home a lot anymore because his home is in Seattle.
Yes.
Anything about what happened to me over the past 7 years. The skinhead living here beating me.
You know what we'll do? That way he knows what happens in your house. I'll just send your younger brother a link to our channel.
There you go.
That way you don't have to worry
all the
about
hot
it.
goss.
Yeah, he'll get it. Remember when this family was reaching out to us at the beginning of this? Be like, he's fucking terrible. This guy fucking sucks. This guy's the fucking worst. It's so funny. His whole family hates him.
Basically, just totally ignorant about it. I reached out to him.
He's whispering again.
Many times. To that.
God, wouldn't you hate him too, though? Jesus Christ, imagine being stuck in a house with this guy.
Ignored it all. He replied with the only occasion I replied to any of the outreach that I made to him. He ignored things. He wouldn't reply to messages, or he would stop replying after one reply.
Because I guarantee you weren't messaging him like a normal human and being like, hey, bro, long time no talk. How you been? Instead, he kept messaging him like, he beat me again. Sherman keeps beating me.
And your brother probably texted you back. Like, Sherman's been dead now for like fucking 3 years, bro. What are you doing?
Each time.
He beats me in my sleep now, in my dreams.
Freddy Krueger.
It's absolutely a shame. He's an absolute disgrace.
Good. I hope his brother did become Freddy Krueger, and I hope he sucks Dayton into the fucking bed like Johnny Depp.
Hey, I'm gonna message the guy that gets me these, and I'm gonna have him get me his younger brother's Facebook. I'm gonna have a little talk with him.
Oh boy.
Transphobia in this family is so bad.
But here's the thing, buddy. Maybe it's not transphobia. Did you ever think that maybe it's just you that they don't like? Right? Like, if I meet a trans person that's cool, I'll be like, hey, you're pretty cool, whatever. But then I might meet a trans person I don't like. That doesn't mean I hate trans people. They just hate you, Dayton.
Yeah, no, but remember, since we talked about
trans people hate you.
We've talked about it in this town. Cade Paradoxa. There he is. Hi, buddy.
Stupid name.
Hi, buddy.
There's an enabler mindset to anyone who's a liberal in the family at all. There are very few liberals in the family at all, anyway.
I can't hear you.
As a few liberals in this family, what do we few liberals in this family?
He sucks.
There's a few liberals in this family and his wife.
What are we doing here, Dayton?
Scoff at it and ignore everything. It's fucking bigotry. And my younger brother, he's a trendy Seattle person now. I mean, he's moving.
Yeah, the trendy city of Seattle.
Wait, weren't you like having daydreams about like opening up boutiques and hanging with Christina Ricci? I mean,
in Seattle, I don't know, several years, across the country. And to him, that gives him an excuse to ignore anything that's happening in his, in his house. Or his older brother's beating the shit out of a trans person.
Bro, he died. Oh, he's not there anymore.
He won't let it go. I honestly didn't know how he was going to function when he lost this villain in his life, but he just goes on as if he's still around.
Well, because he has nothing else.
So, anyway, just trying to.
All right, come on, peanut butter ears. What's going on?
Peanut butter ears. God, that's so disgusting.
Come on, Shake and Flake. What are we doing?
Shake and Flake. Oh shit.
7 years of a skinhead beating me in this house.
He's doing it again!
I mean, this is his bedroom in here.
Bro, leave his bedroom alone.
It was his
Repeatedly
bedroom.
beating me.
He's
I mean,
dead.
The first beating was, I think, like a week
Dude,
or
the
so
person
after he
left
moved
the
into
most
house.
empty
They
from
didn't
the
know anything
loss
about that
of
shit the
fucking
first time.
of his
Then he beat me
brother.
again.
It's him.
I know. It's very funny.
It's weird, man.
He's lost his fucking, because he lost his supervillain origin
Bro,
story guy.
his parents have
He's
been
like
on...
Joker without Batman. Remember, wasn't there a plot where Batman died and Joker was like fucking out of his mind over
Yes,
it?
it was a Dark Knight Returns. The Dark Knight Returns, when Batman quit, Joker just stopped talking. He just stopped talking. He wouldn't do anything anymore. And that's what happened with him. He broke him. He fucking broke. He's...
The second time, about half a year later, maybe, I think it was like half a year later, and
And you know what? All it was too. His brother was the only person that ever just looked at him and said, "No, Dayton,
Yeah, shut up,
shut
knock
up."
it off."
And maybe the reason the parents were okay with Sherman moving in was because he protected them from you.
Oh,
Yeah. Still got beat, pretty much once a year, just anytime I interacted with him, basically. Completely
You
no.
only interacted with him once
So
a
wait,
year?
so he got beat up all the time, but no, forget. I know you're hearing that, but the better part of that is, but he only beat you once a year.
Nonsensical, belligerent pig, and he was living here a few years before Donald Trump was even in office.
What does that have to do with anything?
Huge pro-Trump, crazy Nazi skinhead before that point, and
He was pro-Trump before
then
Trump?
And then he saw all the Trump supporters that were skinheads, and it just
Turns out,
just,
like,
you know,
so
it
was
fed
the
that
entire
fire
hip hop industry and
made
fucking
him
millions of other
angrier than I was the first few days.
True.
They were beating me regularly, so he kept beating me out of some sense of glory.
Where did he
and
beat you?
triumph against trans people.
He hurt his hand when Dayton hit him over the head with a wine glass.
It's fucking disgusting. My younger brother, he ignored all the outrage I made. Occasionally, he would reply back.
Dayton, you have to look at the comments that we do on the clips of these things. Most people want to hit you, men and women, gay and straight. Do you know? Hold on. We should be back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're
Yeah,
back.
fucking Dayton is the great unifier that Biden said he was going to be.
That's a really good point.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everyone's united because everyone wants to beat your ass. You're like the hysterical woman on that plane in Airplane, and there's just a line all the way down the plane of people with different weapons, just getting ready to hit you with them.
But we've had people in the clips like Dayton clips, and I'm sure you've seen them too much. People are like, I'm super gay and I hate this guy and I want to beat him up. Like there's gay people that
In
want
that house.
Yeah, it's super weird.
It was something that would imply that it's not so bad.
Also, keep this in mind. Dayton is not gay, okay? He says that he's trans, but he still likes women.
Because he had experienced violence from him as well. And so it was no big deal. It's like, that's fucking disgusting. First of all, I'm nowhere near their size.
By the way, do you know what I was thinking about the other day, Mercer? There's probably people that are tuning in, like new people on Rumble specifically, tuning in and like seeing this video and going like, are these guys going to even acknowledge the way he's dressed like a woman? And it's like, I keep forgetting that for us, we're used to this. Like
we're deep down this rabbit hole.
This to us, the wearing a dress thing is like the least weird thing about the guy. You know, the guy has just transcended any sort of locale we've ever covered.
We got to remember that we're like, you know, the old timers. We've been in Vietnam for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of the people on Rumble that are watching our show for the first time are the guys that just got to Vietnam, and they're like, "Damn, are the mosquitoes always this bad?" And we're just rolling our eyes.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, there's like, what? There's like 3-4 inches of height difference, and they're both over 6 feet tall. They were both like 6 feet or over, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. Neither of them are physically thin. I mean, I've never trained to be a boxer in my life, and my skinhead brother trained to be a boxer. Okay. He didn't succeed, so he beat me instead.
What have you,
What have
you succeeded at? At least he tried something.
Can I be honest with you, Dayton, though? Let's say your brother trained at boxing, and then he kept beating you up all the time. Doesn't that technically count as you training at boxing?
Oh, that's right. You've been trained.
I mean, isn't training at boxing basically just practicing fighting with a guy who's better than you at boxing?
Yeah.
In this house. I just keep it on record. It's fucking messed up because my younger brother hasn't been in town, I think, a year and a half or something. And I think pretty much the last time before that.
Yeah, because then you have to go back to Dayton on purpose.
It was a longer span of time before he was in town. And the only time, they're all going on vacation. And the only time I have afforded to go on vacation in the past several years was back in 2016.
Because they have jobs and they have an income and they can afford to go.
And they're trying to get away from you. And Dayton, I have a feeling that if you weren't just such a fucking horrendous person to be around, they'd probably take you.
Yeah, good point.
They'd probably take you along on vacation, but you just think the vacations are from you.
And I couldn't afford to buy my own plane ticket. My terrible fucking messed up parents are good enough to actually buy the plane ticket ride.
He's doing it again. The parents that he makes secret videos of on YouTube and accused them of murdering their brother yesterday with COVID is now upset that they're not out of the kindness of their own heart, even though they let him live there, even though they buy him food, even though they pay all his bills. They're not
also giving him a vacation.
They're not giving him a vacation, which is the biggest travesty if you think about it.
Yeah, his parents are really fucking awful people.
But I could I had to spend my very flimsy savings.
Remember when he was basically in the last video when he was basically like low key trying to throw them under the bus for like tax fraud?
Yeah.
Paying him off the books.
Yep.
The money that it costs to do anything over the span of the 10 days or so or something.
So he's mad about not being able to afford a vacation. Hey guys, why don't you fill the Rumble people in? What does he do for a living?
Yeah, a vacation from what?
That's a really good point. Guys, you're right. Forget the fact that he's arguing about a vacation.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
You can't go to the beach because you would fucking fry because you don't have skin on you. Where would you consider vacation? Transylvania? Do you want to sleep in a car? Okay, well, probably.
Dr. Phil's studio.
Do you want to go smell Owen Benjamin's fingers? What do you want here?
I know a great place.
After he milks the goat or after he milks Amy?
Or so, a week and a half maybe of spending time in Seattle with my younger brother back in 2016. It's the only time I could afford a vacation, and I couldn't even afford the plane ticket. I had I spent hundreds of dollars of my money that I earned working below minimum wage.
Oh, there we go.
You know the hardest thing for me to do, because we get these videos and they're not public, they're unlisted, is not saying something. I never will, because I'm never going to stop the faucet. But you know how bad I just want to just type something like, "Get a fucking job, you fucking loser."
Yeah, I know.
I would never, obviously, because this is too good,
Below minimum wage income from my parents, who refused to pay me anything decent in this day and age because they were both born in the 1940s.
Here's the thing: they don't have to pay you though. They're doing you a favor. This is what I love about him, man. You're getting a favor done for you in the first place. Yeah. And then the favor becomes a demand. This is why you don't feed, like, these signs that say don't feed the bears at like state parks and shit.
Both believed in like the pre-inflation prices of when they were young.
Oh, good. We're gonna get an economics lesson now from a guy who never left his house.
Who makes $100 for not folding laundry?
Would probably be normal back in the 1970s or 80s or something. I don't know.
Guys, be quiet. I want to learn the health burrito economics.
Health burrito, baby.
Ridiculously low income, and I embody
Fucking Murray Rothbard over here.
They call it spickle down.
It's like,
Spickle down economics.
this all bleeds head to toe on my body, and now I'm taking turmeric for it, which helps a little bit. It doesn't help enough, pretty much, but it started helping a lot, and now it's helping moderately anyway. It'd be a lot worse if I wasn't taking it because it'd be bleeding constantly. Now it's just red and patchy.
Well, maybe stop fucking with it.
Very red right now from the weather.
Hey, we'll never know his struggle as a psoriasis cisgender male.
No, listen. Let me.
Okay,
That's
you
me.
know what? You're done.
Let me explain something.
You're done.
to you.
You're dead to me. After that one.
Psoriasis cisgender male. Is that what cis is short for?
Yes, it's psoriasis.
I'm psoriasis cisgendered. The thing with him is
you're fired from my life.
Is the thing is with him with
Love you.
this fucking guy with Dayton is he's trying to be this trans thing, but overall the thing that seeps through him is like he's always going to be autistic, and you see that, and right, like that's the overwhelming power.
Yeah,
in
you
his
already
life.
said trans.
Oh, that's true.
Because it's getting chilly
I mean,
out
like a good
fast.
percentage of them are just autistic people being taken advantage of.
Oh
I'm trying
yeah.
In September, and that's makes it really bad, like on my skin. Like my skin turns very.
That's why Blair White likes train so much. Oh, that was the wrong kind of train.
That was a different train.
Fuck.
Red, and some parts of my skin gets like purplish red. In a
Tell
way.
me,
like, especially on my
That's the band train.
Oh. Legs, it just gets randomly, like it's so messed up that it's like. I don't know why, but probably something.
Hey, Royce, I've got
blood.
something you don't. I just
Tell
said
me,
you want to date
does it beat you in this house? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That just popped in my head.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, there's little baby Dayton.
Tell me if you used to box.
Tell me, does it beat you in this house?
I told you,
Drops
It's really
of
good.
psoriasis.
Drops of Psoriasis is the name of the song. Yes.
I somehow didn't have to go to the emergency room, but I remember it being such a bad beating, the way it made me feel sore, that it was even worse than the previous time that I went to the emergency room for a beating. Every single beating got worse and worse.
Hey, flaky sister, I don't want to miss a single video you make.
It's crazy. And I fled the house after that beating.
He fled the house.
He fled.
In the middle of the night, like the Hebrews.
A few months, I stayed at a friend's place.
Like the Hebrews.
I kept working here during that. I kept coming to the house once a week and working, or whatever, once or twice a week to make sure that the house was clean. Because these people...
To do your laundry, so your mom would do your laundry?
Yeah, exactly.
So your mommy would do your laundry? And that's pretty much that video. After that, he just goes into undercover mode again.
So we don't ever get to see the brother, huh?
I mean, I haven't seen him yet, so I don't think so.
Fuck.
Well, good news. We might have a chance to get Brendan Schaub and Mark Harley on the show, and here's why. What? Because they're doing this Frag Out podcast that only has 29 subscribers. I swear to God.
What?
Yeah, look. The Frag Out podcast.
Maybe it's a bigger podcast on like iTunes or something. I don't know.
Why?
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
35 views. No.
Brendan Schaub, Mark Harley, welcome to the Frag Out podcast.
Thanks for having us, man.
This is absolutely insanity, but it's a good insanity. I'm super excited. Brendan, you lost your satchel there in the Uber.
It's a fanny pack.
Okay, well, I was trying to not.
No, it's very gay.
I mean, Indiana Jones had a satchel, so I mean, he's a badass.
His was a satchel. Mine's a...
Mark Harley is in love with him, and I'm not trying. Big Gay Lion has a big gay crush. Because I want you to look at his eyes, like the love.
Yeah, fucking Dreamweaver is playing.
Yes.
Dreamweaver.
Have we confirmed? Have you guys confirmed that Mark Harley is a real person and not
Yeah.
a CGI?
Well, yeah. The only reason why though is because we did see him in that old BET show when he was smaller.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
He is a real person. Now, was he made in a lab? I don't know.
Yes.
But I do know he is a human being. I don't have.
He was made in a Russian lab at Brendan Schwab's fucking request.
Yes. Well, I don't know.
We will going to combine the genes of a lion with a homosexual man. Why?
We have crossed lion with Fabio with homosexual male. It will be glorious.
What was it? At one point, we stopped asking if we could, and we should have started asking if we should. If we should.
Men will want to be him. Women will want to be him.
That's very funny. All right, let's frag out.
A straight up Saint Laurent, full blown, far left.
Don't worry, frag out. We'll make sure this episode gets a bunch of views.
Satchel.
I mean, hey man, you gotta.
Yeah.
They have 33 ratings on Apple.
Okay,
that's
so
good,
it's
right?
it's not a big podcast either, then, Merch.
So why is this a favor? What is he doing?
I have a feeling that he probably helped them out because this guy's one of those guys that owns mortgagenerds.com is what it looks like. I'm looking at his wall. So he's kind of do like a what's his face? The wrestling guy, Conrad thing.
Oh, chat me up here, Brandon.
Brandon, you got hit in the head 45 times. Now you're telling me that didn't affect your brain. Why are you doing a podcast? Is it because you're Joe Rogan's friend? Chat me up on that.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry, but Brendan, how are you such a mushmouth? Now, keep in mind, I'm a guy asking you. My father-in-law is Ric Flair.
Gotta have that drip, dog. Gotta have
Yeah,
that drip.
it is a Pete Buttigieg satchel.
Buttigieg? He can't get anything correct.
No, I'm talking about
blend. You don't blend in Appleton with that. I just want to throw that out there.
I don't blend in anywhere in Appleton. Anytime we walk in stores, everyone goes, you know
where you blend in, Brendan? At a retard factory.
What a fucking stupid retard factory.
I don't know. I've called them everything at this point.
At the GE retard factory.
He's Brendan, you're the floor model at a retard factory.
Scratch and dent retard.
Scratch and dent retard.
From around here, are you? I'm like, what gave it away?
Wait, yeah. What am I wearing that doesn't say Wisconsin on it?
It's like, what gave it away? The fashion, you know?
Well,
the Dalia thing, the Dalia impression.
Can you pull? I want to point out. I'll get the clip. I'll find it. All right, yeah. Just you can keep flags. I want to compare this side by
Mark
side.
kind of fits in a little. He's got the plaid on. He's got the muscles. He got not the hair. The hair doesn't match. Yeah,
neither one of us fit in here.
Soft eyes of an angel and the
is he hitting on him? Is he hitting on him?
Autumn scented hair of
a beautiful lion.
Okay, we look ridiculous out here, and they do think we're two gay men in Wisconsin.
I mean, why is it the way you dress, act, or fuck?
All right, I posted it in show links.
Okay.
God damn it, Royce. That was funny.
we keep saying he's ripping off Dalia. I'm telling you, he's ripping off Sasso more than Dalia.
Okay, you might be right. Let's see. Show links, you said?
Yeah, I put it in show links.
All right, let's see.
Part of the furniture. We haven't got much to spare. Who cares what have we got with here?
All right, good. So,
I'm
gonna have to
hey,
ask
man.
Stop.
How was Australia?
It was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, have you been down there?
No, I've never been down there.
Possible to talk less loud?
Yeah, we're right here.
What do they call? They call lobsters bugs out there?
Yeah, they do.
Well, they're in the
They
bug
had a
family.
restaurant. They had a
They are
restaurant
the bug
called
family.
Bugs.
Shut the fuck up about animals. I'm just talking about Australia for a
Thank you,
second.
Will.
And he was
Thank
so
you.
happy to go,
They are the bug family. Yeah, they.
oh, why do we call them bugs? Because,
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Wow, that is what he's doing.
And it's on the Fighter and the Kid clip, so he knows. Like, that's it's one of the most famous clips from Fighter and the Kid. And I almost called him Fighter and the Clit. Fighter and the Kid. That's one of their biggest clips. So he's watched that clip before, and that's burrowed into his brain.
By the way, you're thinking of the Sting and the Clit. That's a different show.
The Cling and the Sting?
The Clit and the Sting.
And just because we're holding hands doesn't mean.
Wow. Can I point something out, Mersh? Because Mersh and I have been doing this a really long time. I want you to look at the microphones of these three men and tell me who the bitch is. Who got the
desktop? The one that's not even usually in that studio, probably. The one they had to go get out of a box.
In a clear container somewhere.
Yeah, that you're like, hang on.
I have one, and then
that's the classic Royce move.
Yep. I've done it.
Back in the day, he used to be like, "Oh man, I got 2 guests today," and
what do I do?
Digging around through a closet, getting an old shitty Behringer mic, putting it on a tabletop thing. Like, here, look, fuck it, we're only here for an hour.
It's fine. This will be fine. This will work.
But you're right. It is the bitch mic, the least important guy. Always good. Well, the only one less important than this is the guy that has to hold his mic.
True.
When they have like the one that's like, all right, here, this is just a mic.
The guy sitting on the couch like this with his legs crossed. Yeah.
The thing about Wisconsin, all the women are just as big as us here. They are thick girls.
I mean,
thick. Like I'm known as a thick man, and
no, you're not. Tom Segura was, and then you said it's mine now.
L.A.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin, I was like, "Oh, you're scared. Are you okay? Do you need to eat?" I'm like,
no one's doing that. That's a terrible premise. Your jokes are stupid, and you should feel sad every single day you wake up and look in the mirror and realize I am the least funniest man to ever exist.
Jesus. Tell us how you really feel, Royce.
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Need some cheese curds? I'm like, no.
I was going to tell you guys to get some cheese curds last night.
We tried them last night.
Bro, don't start them with food, because then we go from zero to pick of the guy real fast. Real fucking fast. You want that? You want to go zero to pick of the guy out? I don't think so.
That was very well done.
At Rye?
No, where were we at?
The bar afterwards, it was called Basil's.
Basil's is great.
Yeah, we had great burgers and great.
I'm going to skip ahead.
Tired, and then you just
and let me guess, not attractive.
No, not at all.
That's how this goes.
Shot in the dark.
Goes not attractive. This is my new Brendan thing. I talk like this now.
So, the only thing I can come up with for why the fuck he went all the way out to Wisconsin to do a goddamn show that has 33 subs is he has a fucking stand-up. He's booked in November.
Or
that's like
hear me out.
a month out, dude.
Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
The guy that does the podcast.
The guy? You mean the guy?
The guy that does the podcast probably runs the comedy club. And he's probably starting a podcast. This happens a lot. We've seen Mersh,
or he's the host, or he's the local comic.
Right.
He's gonna be yeah. That makes sense.
Yep.
There.
And then I started getting into more comedy like throughout the military.
Sure, it's pronounced comedy if you want to say it correctly.
Yes.
But your own followers. But
even though your own followers in the Instagram algorithm, the new algorithm, which I'm not hating on them for this, do you? But obviously Instagram wants to make money, so the way they make money. So let's take me for instance. They go, all right, you have whatever one.
Okay, you're pretty fucking stupid. You'll do whatever we say, right? You're dumb. You're a dumb guy, right?
1.3 million followers. Now, you're not going to reach all 1.3. Our new algorithm, if you want to reach even half of that, even a third of that, you have to pay us now. So if you're going to do a post, you have to boost it in order to rabbits.
I don't know about that. I thought I didn't know, and I didn't know if you knew this either, but last summer, because I'm a huge archery guy. I love archery.
Are you? Because when I look at you, you don't look
Who's
like
a huge archery guy.
Well, this guy's a huge anything he becomes a part of. So
getting into archery the last 2 years. I'm a part of HHA Sports, which
skipping.
Skip it.
His dad was right. You know what I'm saying? That gets
no. I'm talking about
30 retweets because it's different.
Right.
And the algorithm pushes that.
Bro, I skipped ahead 20 minutes. I skipped it 20 minutes, and they're still talking about their Twitter interactions.
But everybody's here.
But I consider it a powerful minority. I think the cool thing is that most people, the vast majority, are still. I meet people with common sense, and we all think the same things. We all think.
I really hate this fake intelligent inflection in his voice. I'm real sick of it.
Yeah, it sounds nothing like his rap voice.
Ridiculous things are ridiculous.
Or his drag voice.
Ridiculous. And the reasonable things are reasonable. And there is a powerful minority in these tech companies. And
remember when he said he cucked because black guys wouldn't dress like women, so he said he'd take the bullet? Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
People forget how big Fear Factor is.
Yeah.
He works for the UFC.
Rogan, of course, Rogan.
We got to talk about
Disney,
Rogan.
so,
because
like,
it's the only thing
Rogan
that makes you
is-
relevant.
Is it really? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, ESPN. So their deal with ESPN. So the UFC has to answer to Mickey
Disney?
Mouse because Mickey Mouse owns ESPN.
when I get an email, like when I log into the UFC app or ESPN app to watch UFC, it's like there was
I
a
bet
new
Brendan actually believes that Mickey Mouse probably runs Disney World.
Well, probably.
We're in the NFL. That probably came from money. There's a good point. There's a good chance they came from money, but there's also a good chance who was an NFL player like last year that was camped out or like he was homeless and then he
a receiver for the Chiefs. Oh my god! Stage and crushes, man. He crushes, and then Mark was filming. Like, how did it go? He's like, oh my god, man.
Bro,
blah,
I don't
blah,
know
blah.
how this podcast
And,
only has 30 fucking subs to it. It's fucking riveting.
Wow,
It's
bro,
riveting.
this is like watching fucking paint dry at a retard factory.
We should have just watched the Retard Factory
I'm
instead.
telling you.
the idea for Animal House.
Animal House, yes, sir.
So this is, I mean, there's a historic historic meaning of a partying in Whitewater, Wisconsin. I was driving a block.
Wisconsin's known for that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's known for that.
Guys, man, I'm trying, bro. You could see me trying as hard as I can.
By the power of Castle Hates Gold.
It reminds me, like I was expecting you to wear zebra pants.
Hey, Roy,
Yeah,
you
man.
You want to hear the description of their podcast?
Yeah, sure.
A Wisconsin-based podcast that aims to interview our active military, veterans, politicians, law enforcement, community leaders, and many others who are making a direct impact on others, but challenging the status quo.
So it's just a Thin Blue Line show.
Thick Boy Studios is a train wreck that all 90,000 of us cats are waiting for. This podcast with 22 subs is perfect. And then the next comment is, this is finally rock bottom for Brenda. Goes on a podcast with 22 subs. Within the first 2 minutes, he's recycling his crowd work bits. Thankfully, the camera's far away, so nobody can see Mark's weird, strange face.
Oh my god, dude. So everybody commenting is a fucking
Hater, man!
Cool.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Zubras.
Zubras, yeah.
Zubras.
Because they came
Are
out.
you guys talking about Zuba pants right now?
No, Sam went to the UFC, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
Okay, man, I got to tell you, this may be the worst podcast I've ever heard.
It's up there.
I mean, buddy,
It's in the conversation.
holy shit. Look, you can make your studio look like Rogan's as much as you want, but like maybe start with the subs first. Or a hoagie. I don't know what you call it in Wisconsin.
Pennsylvania.
No, they're in Wisconsin here.
No, I know, but you said hoagie.
I know.
You
I
said
said
it
I don't know
like
what they call it in
Pennsylvania style.
Wisconsin. Maybe in Wisconsin they call it a
I thought you
hoagie.
said
I don't know. Hey, Wisconsin, what do you call it? I don't fucking know, bro.
Does anybody know anything about that state?
cheese.
I know it's next to Minnesota.
Packers.
It's definitely next to Minnesota.
Yeah, and I only know that because of Rittenhouse.
Yeah. I only know that. I only know that.
Seriously.
I only know that because on Sundays, Mitch used to have to drive to Wisconsin to buy beer because of Minnesota's blue laws.
Oh,
that's actually true. Scarface bought a beer. Have y'all seen the Brendan Shaw, Brian Callen, Sam Adams commercial? Lewis shit all over it. Wait. What are we talking?
Actual commercial for Sam
That's
Adams?
Yuki. You need to fucking calm down.
His dog's been nuts lately.
Wait, I'm looking.
His dog's all horned up.
Yeah,
It's all right. My cat's going through it too.
I'm looking at them react. Wait, Brian react to Sam Adams toast someone commercial. Sam Adams, hold on. Sam Adams. Okay, Sam Adams toast someone. Got it.
So it is a thing?
Yeah, it's a real commercial.
What better way than a toast?
I
I don't think that we tell the people we love enough. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really Sam Adams.
Not through a picture on Instagram.
You're the reason why I've been able to do this. Thank you for turning my life around, Red Band.
You brought back that spark.
I wouldn't be here without you, man.
You guys allow me to really follow my dream.
I love you.
Cheers, bro.
I want to toast you.
What?
Cheers.
That was really homoerotic.
What? All his buddies, all these comedy store people just get a fucking paycheck.
Nowadays, we don't have enough appreciation of our loved ones. Yeah, this is from Sam Adams. Don't drink the beer Ari hands you. It's spiked, is one of the comments.
Yeah, you're really if you're any company that makes drinks, probably don't want Ari.
By the way, what he's doing is he's drawing boobs. He's not actually writing jokes. I know it looks like he's writing a joke here, but he's just drawing boobs.
He's drawing,
Yeah,
he's
but they're
drawing
like-
a fucking self-portrait because he has a boob.
Fucking boob. Pay me like your Comedy Store girls.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Oh fuck, that was great. Thank you for telling me that. That was fucking awesome.
Pay me like your Trash Tuesday girls.
Exactly. Jack Cat, always look forward to the Patreon episodes, whether it's just a regular YouTube day or a wild Fred Durst Friday on Rumble. You boys are Revenge of the Sis always seem to remember the number one rule, which is fight like hell. I hate this. He keeps doing this. And it's starting
He
to bother
did it to me last night too.
It's so annoying. Mexican Man and Cheese, first off, I don't know there were cruise ships in New York. If Ronnie D wanted all these cruise ships in Florida, he's about to get them. I see a lot of relocations in the near future. I'm telling you, do it. Rob Gonigan, commitment issues. T-Wade will win the retain the TWC. Oh, that's from yesterday. Oh,
Yeah, I got fucking bullshitted. That got robbed from me.
Now, hear me, guys. I promise you that next Wednesday, we will get to the undateables. We did not realize how long the fucking
and how bad
it was everything. Just what everything. But you guys are the best. Thank you for complimenting you, Miami Dolphins hat. I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because the hat is the only thing you can get compliments about when it comes to the Dolphins.
we won our first two games and we can't beat the Ravens. So go fuck yourself, Jets. I don't want to hear it. We're going all the way
I'm
this
not a
year.
Jets fan.
We're going all the way this year.
Sorry, I'm not a Jets fan anymore. It's all about my Bucks.
All right, Champa, fucking relax.
It's all about my Brady and my Bucks.
So,
no, did you hear Brady in his contract has off that he just doesn't work Wednesdays?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a veteran.
so awesome.
They're calling it a veteran rest day. Is what they're calling it.
Good for him, man. Get that bag.
Fuck yeah. All right. Nightwave?
Probably not tonight. I got stuff to do. See you tomorrow night.
Okie dokie. I don't know if I'm doing a drag race. You have to ask Rob Gone again. Guys, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow on Rumble and YouTube and everything. And remember, Fridays, Rumble Fridays. Thank you guys are the best. Right now, if you haven't done so, go watch the NYPD Mounted riff we did. It's fucking fantastic. All right. I think, Pessy, you're live tonight at midnight, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.